My name is Tony, and 7 years ago I lost my son Christian Moyen Yang.
Christian loved soccer and he loved football. And even though he was so smart and short, he said he wanted to be a quarterback. At the age of 8, he's a really lovable person. He always wanted being a leader. And even though people that are older than him, they will look up to him and will follow him whatever he wanted to do. He said that when he grew up, he wanted to be either a policeman or a firefighter.
He said, Dad, the reason I want to be law enforcement is because I get to drive fast, I enjoy the life in the fast pace, and then I also get a chance to save people. I never thought about organ donation until the morning that my wife called me that say my son is not breathing. And on my way home, I was talking with God. I said, God, let's say if the worst case happened, what can we do to glorify you? And then, that organ donation just kind of sank into me.
The first time we heard about Life Source is when he was at the hospital. And we're Christians, so we're praying about what should we do next. And that's when my husband talked to one of the nurses and about donating, and they referred him to Life Source.
I talked to a nurse. I say, I don't know anything about organ transplant, so I'd like to know a little bit more about it because I'm thinking that being that I'm really close to my son, I know exactly what he want to do in his life. I don't want to bury all his goal and his dream with him. And if any kid out there that need any of those organs, I'm more than willing to donate my son's organ so that person can live to see their life and to chase their goals and live in their dreams. The greatest fulfillment that I feel is that being the Christian, I know that death is not the end. That's the greatest fulfillment that I have, that even though I lose him on this earth, but I know he is in heaven waiting for me.
Christian have helped save about 4 lives. The really first one we heard from is Christian's liver recipient. When you went to Wisconsin, because all my families are in Wisconsin, and that's when we first met her, and it was a joy. Seeing her, it's just like, wow, can't believe that this little hero saved somebody.
When I was younger, I heard about the term of bittersweet when I see the lady that received my son's liver. And the moment I see her, that is the moment I say to myself, that's what bittersweet is. People ask me, are you regret? I say, there is never the day that I regret.
I think that organ donation is really important, and I know that not really many people are into it because people think that because of like the culture, the religion. I believe that if more Asian community will register as a donor, we'll save more lives that way.
In the Hmong community, we always believe that what are you born with, and you are to be taken with you, and that has always been the belief. But being that when we come to the United States, every time we go to the hospital, we see people who are sick and who are, they are waiting for organ transplant. I was a chair deacon, so I ended up going to the hospital and pray for a lot of hospital people that they come and they're sick and they're waiting for organ transplant. I know a lot of people, they waited and they couldn't get it, and so they passed away. And I know a few of them did receiving it, and they actually left the hospital. And I think that a lot of people, the perception is that people just don't know the process, and that's why they are afraid of it.
I am a registered organ donor because my son has saved several lives. Other people should check the box. Just don't be selfish. Think about other people's too. And even though you have lost the one that you love, at least you have the opportunity to help others.
The reason why I'm chose to be an organ donator is because 7 years ago I lost my son. And I told my son that I want him to grow up to be a good person. But actually he taught me how to become a good person. Okay. I never thought about, that my organ can save other people, but his did. And that's why after him, I chose to being a registered organ donor.